Rich Kleiman has told him that Kevin Durant has requested a trade from the Brooklyn Nets.
So this is like an emergency recording right now. We actually had planned a few other videos. We had a top 10 planned for today. We had a Kyrie video planned for either on Friday or the weekend. But we're dropping everything because at about 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time this morning, Kevin Durant requested a trade from the Brooklyn Nets.
I heard he went straight to the owner and said, "I want out of here." I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either, but I'm shocked at the same time because I think everyone figured when Kyrie opted back into his deal, it's like, okay, they're going to give it one more year. They're going to have Ben Simmons back. Joe Harris will be back from injury. Like, they'll give it one more shot, but with KD requesting a trade, apparently now the Nets are just going to try to unload everyone.
I think this Nets team was the worst failure in NBA history. How do you go from that super team to this?
No, I agree. I think it's got to be. People will say the 2012 Lakers. To me, this is far worse. This is three guys in their primes. You get them together, and first of all, they don't even last an entire season, and it's all gone after, what, 16 months after they got Harden? Something like that?
Yeah, this is insane. But let's get into these packages. First one, and I'm calling it, this is where Durant's going. Kevin Durant's going to be a Sun. Here's the package. Suns get KD.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
And the Nets get Mikal Bridges.
Okay.
So you get a nice young defensive player who can play on both ends. You pick up Ayton in the sign-in trade. Get your center of the future. So you got two young prospects, two young kind of rising stars to build around. And then all the picks you want. 2023 first-round pick. 2024, you get the pick swap, the 2025 pick, and the 2027 pick.
Okay, so you pick up 3 picks, a pick swap, and you get Bridges and Ayton. The only thing I'll say is apparently Nets management is not super keen on sign-in trading for DeAndre Ayton. Apparently all conversations with the Suns are starting with Devin Booker.
They're starting with Devin. They're not getting Devin Booker.
No, they're not getting Devin Booker, but if you're the Nets, that's where you start the conversation. It's like when James Harden was being traded from Houston. Like, they were starting the conversation ridiculously high, and then you work your way down from there.
If KD goes to the Suns, and you can keep Booker and Chris Paul and maybe pick up a couple other cheap guys in the free agent market, get some defensive players, them against Golden State next year, I don't know.
No, that team would be nasty. I feel like if I'm the Nets, I'm asking for Cam Johnson too.
Okay.
I need a little bit more than Bridges, Ayton, and then picks for Kevin Durant. I mean, there's not much more the Suns can give up beyond that, but I think that's a solid package. I'm not thrilled with it if I'm the Nets. I mean, I'm not thrilled with losing KD to begin with, but I feel like that package is okay.
Okay. What package you got?
I went with a bit of a wild card one. I went with Denver for my first one.
Okay.
So the Nuggets will get KD and Joe Harris, and the Nets will get Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray, 3 first-round picks, and a pick swap in 2029. I think if you're the Nets, you get back an established borderline star in Jamal Murray. You get back a guy with star to superstar potential if he can get his back right. The Nuggets get back KD, and I had to throw in Joe Harris for the salary to work.
Okay. KD and Jokic, little two-headed monster. I could see it.
Team might need a little bit of defense going forward because you got Aaron Gordon and Jokic and KD out there. You might need some defense, but boy, you get KD and Jokic on the same team.
Yeah, I'm sure Denver has called him up. I've heard half the league has already called Brooklyn. I'd be surprised if Denver went through with it, or I'd be surprised if Denver really pulled off something crazy here, because I think they're just gonna try and build with what they got. But that's an interesting package for sure. I did not even think about Denver as an option.
If you're Denver, though, 2 of your big 3 are coming off severe injuries. You know, Porter Jr.'s got his back issues that he's had since Missouri, and Jamal Murray's coming off a torn ACL. And if you could get rid of those 2 guys and bring in Kevin Durant, I mean, I know KD's 33, but I think that's good business.
Okay, here's my second trade. The Grizzlies, they say it's a win now. So again, the Grizzlies, all they get's KD. And then the Nets get maybe not the best package, but if you wanted to start with kind of like get a good rotation of players in there, you get Steven Adams, more of like a salary guy. Brendan Clark, okay young player. Desmond Bane, he's decent, pretty good.
Sniper.
Sniper, can play defense. Dylan Brooks, do you want him? Maybe. I wouldn't, but someone might. The 2024 Grizzlies pick. Grizzlies also have the 2024 Warriors pick, so they're getting that as well. 2025 pick swap, and they get the 2026 Grizzlies pick. And then screw it, maybe another pick swap or pick in there as well.
I was going to say, I'd throw in another pick.
The Grizzlies, I think at that point they can compete with the Warriors. They're not quite there with the Warriors. They're not old enough, but you get Katie on that team with Ja and Jaren Jackson. They might be the favorites in the West if that happens.
Boy, you lose a lot of depth. I'd still do it if I were the Grizzlies, but that's four rotation players that you're giving up. I might see if I could take one of those rotation players out and throw in an additional first round pick and see if they would take that.
Problem with that, I don't think the salary works.
Really?
Yeah.
So you need to include all those guys for the salary to work. Is there anyone on the team that is just making a bunch of money that you could just salary dump?
I mean, you could take out a guy like Brandon Clark because he's still on a rookie deal, but Adams and Brooks, that matches salary. Desmond Bane, he has to stay because that's like the centerpiece of the deal in terms of players. So, I mean, do the Grizzlies want to do that?
I might see if I could keep Clark. If I couldn't keep Clark, I'd still pull the trigger on it. But if I'm the Grizzlies, I'm asking to keep Clark and throw in an extra first round pick.
And you got Draymond, who's been saying the Grizzlies, they're not a threat.
Well, Draymond's just saying shit right now.
They had KD. That's already a rivalry. They're kind of talking about a Christmas Day game.
No, it'd be a great trade. I mean, is KD super into the idea of playing in Memphis, though? I'm not sure about that.
Probably not.
But it doesn't really matter. He's got 4 years left on his deal, so... All right, that's a really solid package. So my next one, I went with it was one of his requested ones. It's the Heat. So the problem with the Heat is, originally my package was going to be Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo, and then picks. And then I was watching ESPN during the day, and they brought up how if the Heat trade Bam Adebayo to the Nets have to get rid of Ben Simmons somehow because of their 2 rookie designated contracts or some weird NBA contract bullshit like that. And it's the same thing with Devin Booker, I think. So if the Nets want Devin Booker back, they have to get rid of Ben Simmons. But I would trade Ben Simmons if I could get Tyler Hero and Bam, because what is Ben Simmons at this point? So the trade package for me is going to be Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo, 2023 pick swap, 2024 first round pick, 2026 first round pick, a 2027 pick swap, and a 2028 first round pick.
And they get back Ben Simmons and KD.
No, they get back just KD, and the Nets move Ben Simmons elsewhere.
To Portland.
Yes. Make my dreams come true.
Yeah, I'm not like this Tyler Hero guy. I don't really think he's like a player I'd really like want to build around or want in a package, but a lot of GMs apparently are. So you get that, and then you get back some of these picks that you gave up because you don't have any left because you sent them all away to Houston and everything. So, I mean, I could see it.
I mean, here's the thing with Tyler Hero. If you're looking at the Heat's roster, who would you rather have in this deal on the Heat's roster besides Tyler Hero? You want Max Strus?
No, that's the problem with the Heat. They don't have, since they can't give up Bam, it's like no one else on that Heat team anyone wants.
What about Kyle Lowry?
No, you don't want Kyle Lowry. That dude's washed as hell.
What do you mean? He was a beast in the playoffs.
He was a beast in terms of his body type. He was looking beefy. Wasn't a beast with his production.
All right, but enough about these other teams. How do the Blazers land, KD?
They're not, but we can try and find a way for them to land them. Well, what's the package looking like?
It just got a lot tougher because we just inked Ant to the 4 years, $100 million. So now we can't trade him until December 15th. So
it's probably looking like Shaden Sharp.
Yep.
Nasir Little. Josh Hart.
Yep.
Our first round pick next year, a pick swap the following year, 2025 first round pick, 2026 pick swap, 2027 first round pick. How many can we give up? Can you just keep going forever?
I think it's like 7 years out.
So the 2027 first round pick, 2028 pick swap, and the 2029 first round pick, all unprotected.
And we'll throw in the Moda Center.
And what, did the Blazers own anything else?
Can we give them the practice facility?
I will say, somehow, maybe this is before the Ant news, we were 5th in the betting odds to land him.
I'll take it. I was going to ask, though, what do you think are the odds that the season starts and he's not traded?
I'd probably say 10%. I think they're going to send him somewhere. Like, God, there's no way the season could start and Ben Simmons, Kyrie, and Kevin Durant could all still be on that team.
And that's the video. Where do you think Kevin Durant will be traded? Let us know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, please do drop a like. It really helps us out. And don't forget to subscribe to Synthetic Sports.